Good morning. I love this chest thingy. This GoPro. I thought GoPro was one of those things that you had a remote control and it spun around in the air. Ooh, the sky does have lots of clouds, but way over there looks amazing. Are those mountains? Let me see what else. I love this chest thing. Look how pretty that looks, other than the jet streams. I hope my finger hasn't been in the way. Look, you can hear traffic. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Okay, so the next thing I'm ordering is this mic. Can you hear is that traffic? Yeah, it is traffic. There's traffic. It's hunting season right now. So the town's been kind of busy, and those people have been staying in their house. That must be like a hunting lodge, cabin or something. Because they only come here during hunting season. Yep, that was the sheriff. So I guess we don't have traffic. Ah, look how pretty this is. Sure turned red. I love this thing. I broke an arm from my daughter's, and hers is really cool. I've showed you her. Oh, I blocked it because I put that thing up. Ah, look at me. I covered that. And then I also went yesterday. I only spent like 15-20 minutes out here, which is another reason why I'm kind of vlogging my daily thing out here, is because I really don't do that much. And I can go back and look. I mean, if I probably won't, but this is proof that I really don't do that much, and nature does more than what I do. They're doing all the work. I just help it in little areas. So right here, I took out the flower pots and the cat looking thing out of here. Clean it up a little bit so that stuff can, and then I lowered this, and the reason why I had those pots in there propping that up is because mule deer are really tall. Way taller than me. Their head is like the top of my SUV. It's ridiculous. They're like moose. So they can reach all that up there and snip that off. And I'm a little concerned about that. I don't see any fresh tracks this morning, so I skated by. But I really need to think of something to kind of deter them a little bit. And that's why I kind of had that stuff stacked in here to keep them from being able to get close to it. Once I get more stuff growing, like once these African daisies that are still blooming, and they apparently like the colder weather, once those spread all the way down, then they don't really like walking through that kind of stuff. And then I'll have the echinacеas, and they definitely don't like echinacеas. And echinacеas, one of my echinacеas is 5 feet tall. Most of them, I've noticed, only get between 2 and 3 feet tall. But that one that I have that's 5 foot tall is just a crazy one. And it's because it was one of the first things that I planted here. And I had all my focus was on it. And it just is a really healthy echinacea plant. So, and I don't focus individually on my plants. I just let nature take its course. And now I let nature take its course on that one. But that first year, I was just like, oh. And these snapdragons will also spread down a little bit, and they don't like snapdragons. That's why I have these types of things planted around the bases of my trees to give them some kind of insulation and protection. And this is my first time with my plum tree, and I was in full panic mode the first 2 months that I had it, and then like it started doing really good, and now I'm back into panic mode because the leaves are falling off. I think that it's supposed to be able to handle minus 20, I think, degree weather. And we've gotten, and when here it's gotten down to minus 9 since I've been here. But I do plan once it starts, I'm letting it get a little colder, but right about when it starts snowing, I plan to come out here with the thin blanket and wrap the bottom part so that it blocks a little bit of the wind chill, and like that first year, because I did that with my 2 apple trees and they've done really good. This year I don't have to do that with them. I think they'll be fine. This was the one I planted first. And then I got that one like a month or 2 later. I got this one like a month or 2 later. I need to put a bigger wrap on that. I would rather not wrap them at all. I'm hoping that after this season that I want to be able to get that off of them as soon as possible in the spring, so that and then just try to maybe barricade them a little bit and just let them be, instead of being cooped up like this. I don't like them fenced off like this. I feel like it's squishing them, and I'd rather it be. So I got Fritz fixed. It was something to do with my ball bearings. I tried to really hard listen to what my boys were saying, but something about tie and bearings, and because it was making a noise, but it wasn't making a noise all the time. It was just like sometimes. And when it would do it sometimes, it would just stress me out so much that I just stopped driving. I was like, I'm not driving my car. I stopped driving it like 2 months ago. And so then my boys were like, we went and got parts, and then they fixed it or whatever. And then I guess when they were under there, they found something else that they want to replace. And it's like $27 or something like that. So that I'm supposed to get that for them at Napa when I decide to drive. I still don't feel like driving, so I'm going to have to go this week because I need to go shopping for like a lot of supplies. Just getting a little bit of supplies here and there isn't cutting it because I'm low. Winter's coming and it snows, and then sometimes we get snowed in and can't go nowhere. So I need to stock up like now. I got some stuff, but I mean I need to have more stuff. More meat. My freezer's like ridiculously bare. So I need to do that. I'm probably not going to do it today because I have service at 10. And that's till noon. But I wanted to get a video in so that I could practice with my chess piece, angling the camera, seeing how good that I do it. Oh, I'm going to order a mic next. I found one. It's the same mic, but there's like with 2 different plugs. If I get the C plug, it's $12.99. If I get this 35 millimeter whatever pokey plug, then it's like $10.99. And I'm just like, I don't know which one to get, number one. And I want one that plugs in. I don't want a wireless one, because our internet out here is not good. So I have to use the internet off my phone, even though the internet place is like 2 blocks from the house. I still rely on my phone. So, and I have the C plug, but I think I also have the 335 millimeter plug. But I was just thinking I should just get both of them, since it's only going to be like $24, you know? And then that's pretty much the last thing that I need. I have my tripod gyro thingamajig. I don't know what that thing is called. But it's got so many multi-purposes that I like it more sitting down. Like, I like it not carrying it around, because I feel pressured to push the buttons and I'm learning so much other stuff when I just leave it sitting, like zooming in and out. I learned that one time and then I couldn't figure out how to do it again. And then I just figured out how to do it again. And also, there was this other feature that I figured out that blew my mind. I mean, and it moves, like if you set it on this one feature, the camera moves like wherever your hand goes. Oh my gosh, that thing is so cool. But it's heavy. Oh, and you can take photos with it. You pull the trigger and it takes a photo. I mean, craziness. But I find that, oh my God, look, I think that's an outhouse over there. Can you guys see it? She's going into the outhouse. But I think that I like that better positioned, because I feel like I have more control and I can look at it. Plus, I have to always look at the little pamphlet to change the settings. There's only 4 settings, but for the life of me, I cannot remember what they are or how to get to the next setting. I have to go back to the little pamphlet, and I've read that pamphlet more than I've read any manual in my entire life. All other manuals have gone into the trash with that manual. It's crazy. And then my headpiece, my daughter calls it a GoPro. Okay, so I have that, and then I have the chest one, which I like the best, as far as like recording while I'm wandering around outside. This one's my favorite, because I'm hands-free, so I don't have any pressure. The only thing that's hard is not being able to see exactly what you guys are seeing, and having to adjust it to, but this thing has adjustable straps, and I like it because I wear a lap blanket like a muumuu. I put my robe on, and then I take my lap blanket and I wrap it around like a muumuu and tuck it. And then I can put this on, and it holds my blanket on so that I don't have to wear a big old huge jacket while I'm out here just doing a video that's only going to be 15 minutes long, 10, 15 minutes long. So that works. So I'm really, really, really enjoying these. And I only spent 20 some dollars on the headpiece and the chest piece, which I think is agreeable. So I figure if I just order the mic, I might as well spend the $20 and get one of each. And then, whichever one I like better, I'll use. And it wouldn't really matter. But it's supposed to help with like the wind. And I just want one for this winter for when I go on walks when I'm in the snow, because it's windy. And I just think it'll make my videos sound a little better. And with more and more subscribers, you want to show that you're putting in a little kind of a little bit of an effort as you grow. So, like when I started out, I didn't even know what I was doing. So then I started watching some YouTube tutorials or whatever. So the first year I didn't do anything. I just made videos and just whatever. And then the second year I started watching the tutorials and learning a few things here and there. A lot of features, I know where they are. I just don't use them because I don't use special effects or whatever when you change how your video looks. I just do regular. What do they call that when the girls put the makeup on and they use filters? I don't use filters, so I do know where they are. I don't know what the individual filters are, but I do know where they are. I did watch the tutorial for that. I just don't have any interest in it. And then I know how to make my shorts longer and shorter now, 15 minutes to, or 15 seconds to 60 seconds. So I learned a bunch of that kind of stuff. And then I thought, okay, well, I need to take it up a notch, which I went and got, that's when I got the Twitter and all I do on Twitter is share my videos from YouTube. But I did go and get that. And then and that was like 8 months ago. So every 6 months, what I do is I try to kick something up a notch. So a few months ago, I just went and got my business cards that just have my YouTube channel name on it. And I make sure that I hand those out when I'm talking to people or whatever. And then, so now I have to think, so then I thought, okay, well, I got to kick it up a notch again. So then I got these, the GoPros. And then I figure if I get the mic, I've kicked it up a notch again. And then anything after that would just be me trying to do better videos, which I'm still have no interest in editing. So if you're a person that really likes videos that are really nicely edited and stuff like that, that's not how this is going to go. I'm just going to do my natural thing. I'm not going to do anything staged. I'm not comfortable with anything like that. I'm happy with what I'm doing. And hopefully I'll just keep meeting like-minded people. And we'll just keep doing what we're doing. And I'll slowly, progressively try to make the quality of the video better as far as like what little equipment I can buy as long as it's simple. Like keep it simply stupid. That's what I want to do. And then, but at the same time, I want it to be, at least you guys have clear audio without a bunch of wind. And, then eventually I'll upgrade my phone again. And I'm definitely going to get a smaller size phone because that's another reason why it's harder to use a lot of these is because my Android is massive. So to squeeze it into some of these, sometimes it's sideways and just, I can definitely tell that my phone is a little too big. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful afternoon. It looks like, look at that sky. It looks like it might open up and be a gorgeous day. And I don't really have any particular plans. I need to do something with that fake strawberry plant, like either bring it inside. I don't know. I'd like it to be an outside strawberry plant and come back next year, but even the deer don't like it. It's one of those fake strawberries that was given as a gift. Maybe I could transplant it. I don't know. I was thinking about bringing it inside for the winter, but then I was like, maybe I should just leave it outside. I wanted to do 4 o'clocks inside this. I've been meaning to... Sorry, guys. I have to look inside here because I've been seeing a lot of wasps hanging around it, and I'm just making sure they weren't building no nest in there. You know? Because I don't want to spray any kind of chemical in there because I like it the way it is. I don't want anything in it. So maybe I should plant that droopy strawberry. It's a fake strawberry. I don't know. When my daughter got it as a gift, her friend told her, well, it's fake. And my daughter was like, I don't understand. And I'm trying to tighten this thing because now that I'm aware of it. So maybe I should plant that in here. And then let the arms drape. I don't know. Because I was going to do 4 o'clocks out of there because I just thought that would be. It might be out of more. I mean, in my mind, I see it draping lusciously down. But reality is, with the 4 o'clock, I mean, the branch is going to come up and just go crazy, and I might not even be able to walk through here. Because it'll be, you know, like that's a good possibility. I should probably think more rationally about, you know, something that I can control, which would be, the better bet would probably be that fake strawberry, because I could cut the drooping extras off, you know, and I could probably do it to both of these. I heard, though, that with these fake strawberries, well, I didn't hear, I looked it up on Google, that they'll just produce pink flowers, but over time that they can eventually produce fruit. That some of them will just start, not a lot of fruit, but it'll start producing fruit. And then once, if it does produce fruit, then it will kind of like go back. So it must be some sort of a hybrid strawberry plant or whatever. We would have never purchased anything like that because it doesn't really serve much of a purpose. The problem that I'm having with it too is that it wants to be in the shade. Because I had it over here on this side, and I would have to water it twice a day in order for it not to get crusty. So then I moved it into the shade, and it just comes back full force, and I barely have to water it. It was weird. I even put that burlap underneath of it so that, and would soak the burlap so that it would stay cool. And I just think that if I plant it in here, it's not going to be able to stay cool, especially in this metal. And I don't want to paint the metal. I like metal look. If it's, I mean, the pole I want black. I want this whatever. It's like a boat float on top of a PVC pipe. I don't know what I have going on there. Just some weirdness. But I don't like that stuff white either. Like I want that stuff black. I'm fine with like that garbage can being white. I painted that. There's a guy in Bandon that makes these metal stuff. He does like big dinosaurs, horses, peacocks. That's a broken piece of a peacock. I don't remember. It's been years. I've had that stupid broken peacock piece for, I don't know, 9-10 years. See, look, they're leaving. So that must be their hunting shed or whatever. Anyway, he gave me this piece of, I don't know, I have other metal pieces too. I would like to get like not a broken piece, like, you know, some crazy elaborate, like he does these big dragons, he does huge dinosaurs, horses, like all that kind of stuff. But I don't want like a gigantic piece. I just want like a smaller piece, but one that's not like broken from his trials or whatever. I don't remember how I got that piece or why, but I painted it white because it was just metal. It wasn't even painted. And then, but mostly I like things to be black, white, or green. And then with just a little bit of color. Because I like it to match my, you can start to see my seashells now that I should trim these up. You know, but winter's coming and I want them to have, I plan to move those in the spring. Google says you're supposed to transplant them like August, end of July, mid-August. I did that, and I don't think they do near as well as when I transplanted them in the spring. So, maybe it works like that in certain areas, and maybe mine, I'm in zone 6A, maybe my zone, that's not how you do it. I mean, they're surviving, but they don't look great. You know? And luckily, it's really hard to kill these. So even if these all die, they already have babies popping up. So I'm not that concerned about it. But it did take a hard hit compared if you go back to July's videos, where I had the irises everywhere. It's a huge difference, and they look complete. Even if you go back to last year's and look at those irises, they didn't look this rough. So, I think I'll do, it's going to be, irises are, see, I planted those irises way over there. Let me see if you can see it. Right over there. In the spring. And they look way better than those over here or those along that line, which I took Google's advice and planted those there. So that didn't work for me. Maybe my zone is different. I don't know. Well, I hope you guys have a nice day. And if it picks up, I don't have any real good plans in the yard today. I don't know. I don't have any inspiration, but I'll definitely try to sweep. Maybe spread those African daisies to the other end. You know, pluck some seeds and move them to the other end. I don't know if I have any real crazy ideas because I don't have, I need more pieces of wood to even begin to recreate. This is going to have to change. But I just don't have the right pieces of wood. So I'm going to have to look for, and now that my car is not making noises. Oh, I tried to go get gas. No gas. The gas station's out of gas. So I'm like, oh my goodness. So I'm waiting for them to get gas. And then I might just cruise around and try to find a few really good gnarly sticks. And try to, but I don't know if I'm going to, I have service today, so I can't make any plans today. All right, well, you guys have a great morning. And I will see you next time. Bye.